EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. Trotty. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson got a man open. It's Darren Waller. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Room here to run. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This is caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
6-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jacobs going to try the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep,
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return for the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Gino on 1st down. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Smith's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. It's complete to Diggs.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Through 1 quarter, 14-7. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Taken in at the 22.
Come on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Okay, ready?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Geno. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw again on second down. Smith, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Smith throwing again. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for another Las Vegas.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
To throw is Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Mooney. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again is Wilson. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with and the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ravens.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Wilson will throw again.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. 41-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Geno. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Play action. Now Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
That is caught downfield. It's Waller.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Akers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Raiders 9.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gino's going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
14, got it.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson on the slant. He's got Davis. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Raiders pick it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30, the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammate.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cam Akers. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
18 ready.
Now Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And they take a knee.
Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And they will take a knee here.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the 2nd half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.